Hey guys, this is Jo. Welcome to Raw. Please excuse my big puffy eyeballs. My beautiful babies have been away for a couple of weeks and have gotten in some really bad patterns of staying up till 2, 3 a.m. and self-torturing a bit with alcohol and just feeling very down about everything. So that will be my first thing to say. The reason I wanted to come on today and talk to you is because, as you guys know from my videos, I have gone through so many changes within a really short period of time. And I had a massive realization in the last couple of weeks about myself. And I think it will help other empaths. Just to give you a bit of an awareness of what we do. So I see the light and I see the goodness and I see the purpose. I see other people's life purposes and what they're meant to be doing. And I see that really clearly, and I see it so clearly that I forget to actually listen. So I have an issue that I give so much. I give my whole heart, my whole being. And that in itself is beautiful. However, if it comes crashing down, I have lost so many pieces of me. So the last 3 weeks have been about putting my pieces back together. It's been a lot of cutting cords, emotional attachments to people. It's been really hard. Lots of tears, lots of trying to work things out in myself. And I realized that when someone like myself, who's a very sensitive soul, gets in a relationship, we only see the good, and we are so loving and accepting of other people and wanting their happiness that we keep giving and giving, and we don't actually see that we stop giving to ourselves. So we're so into that being and loving, and I guess even wanting maybe for the other person to be really happy, that we forget that needs to be reciprocated. And if it's not, that's when it becomes toxic. So I've only just now realized that I never intuitively listened to myself. I wasn't listening from the beginning because I wanted and craved that love and that affection, because, I miss that, and it's not even just that, it's that we used to have community. We used to have people around us all the time. We used to be nurturing and loving and caring, not only for each other, but for everyone, like their children. Like if somebody else's kid needed feeding, you'd breastfeed them, like all these things. So we were so community based and had so much love and contact with people. And now we're just sitting behind a screen, like, hi, I've been sitting just behind a screen for the last 3 weeks alone by myself, trying to distract myself from being alone by watching movies or going for a walk or whatever that is, doing my nails. And I'm wondering what the line is between self-care and loneliness, because yeah, I'm doing all these things, but I'm still not fulfilled. Now, if anyone comes up with the solution of self-love, I'd really love to hear about it. So please message me, because, you know, I really love the person I am. I really embrace all of me. However, I see so much love and potential and light in other people that kind of takes over from myself and what I deserve and what I desire. And I think a lot of issues nowadays is because we all want love, we all want to be desired. But society has got so stuck in patterns of, oh, the new, the shiny, it's so exciting. And once that sort of starts to fizzle out, a lot of people just go, oh, well, that's as good as it gets, so I'm going to move on to something else. Now, something else may not be better or greener on the other side, or whatever people say, but they're not willing to put the take it slow and get to know each other and build a friendship and move forward together. I think people get stuck in a pattern of repeating the same things over and over, and that's where the toxicity comes in, because if you're not willing to step outside your comfort zone and to communicate and work one-on-one with that person that you have chosen to be with, if it's not balanced, that's when it becomes toxic. Now, being an empath, we are all about helping and healing other people. So you have to be really aware and mindful to listen to what that other person is saying. So if they're saying to you, oh, you know, I'm happy to give this a go, but I'm not really sure, or I have a pattern of doing XYZ. Okay, empaths, stop, listen, because you're not hearing them if you're continuing. You're only setting yourself up for hurt. As much as you crave and want that love and you don't want to be alone anymore, and believe me, I'm sure all of us want a partner, and a lot of us don't want to feel alone. But in not listening to our intuition and not hearing what other people are saying, we just hurt ourselves. And then you have to try and put yourself back together. While, of course, the other person is straight into doing what they normally do, back into their patterns, back into doing, you know, energetically what makes them feel fulfilled, which is fine for them, but you're left sitting. It's kind of like grieving someone who's passed away. That's the feeling and the emotion behind it, and that really sucks. So I guess I'm just trying to say, please, if you're a beautiful spiritual being in this 2020th century, whatever, you need to be aware that the online dating thing and the personas that people are putting out there now, most of them are for short term. Most of them are for self-gratification, for making themselves feel better for a period of time. They absorb you, and then they don't want to grow or move any further. You need to stop it there. Like, you really need to listen, and you need to heed those warning signs, because the person that's going to suffer at the end is you, because the other person will be happy with going off and doing the same thing to someone else. And yeah, that's really heartbreaking. So I guess for myself, right now at this period of time, I'm still grieving, and that's okay. However, I have been working on myself, and I've been cutting cords, and I've been focusing inwards and actually listening. And so it's been really good having these videos, because going back and listening, I'm like, I was so accepting of shit that I really shouldn't have probably accepted. And it was because of the fact that I see the light in that person, and I see the love, and I see the potential. But you know what? If they don't want the potential to grow and they don't want to change, there's absolutely nothing you can do. You can give your whole being. You can give as much love as you can. You can do Reiki on them. You can, follow everything that makes them happy. But if it's not given back the other way, you're just going to get empty. And yeah, it's not a nice thing at all. And I love absolutely everyone. I don't think there is anyone in this world that, I wouldn't see that potential and that love in. So I have to stop, and I have to listen, and I have to be observant, and I have to be that observer, and I have to try and step back. And I need to realize that I am the way I am. I'm a very emotional person, and I'm very intuitive. However, when it comes to myself, I don't listen. So I challenge myself and go, oh yeah, well, if I give enough of my love and my time and doing things that make the other people happy, that it'll change, and they'll want to grow and move with me, and they too will see the potential. However, that's not the case, hey? So you've really got to sit back and listen, really listen. And, it is okay to be a beautiful, emotional, spiritual person. It really is. But I think we need to realize and see what we do and what our patterns is trying to, is tapping into that potential, and realizing that, yeah, we can see that potential, but it's not up to us to grasp it and move forward with it. And if the other person doesn't want to see that potential and move forward with it for whatever reason, whether it's comfortable for them or it gives them a, quick fix, like a drug high, like, yeah, cool, this is so good in the moment, and you can do that moment for so long, and then that moment ends because they don't want to change the pattern. You can't change their pattern, and I guess you can't change your pattern unless you're really self-aware of it and you actually listen. So listening is on empaths. Listen to the warning signs, and just remember your own purpose and your own love. And I really hope we get some community back in this world, hey, because the loneliness is making people really do erratic things and self-harming, because we all feel so alone. And that's also the depression, the anxiety kick in then too. And we start drinking, and we try and party, and we try and be in the now. And then when you're sitting, then after that whole high's gone, you're left then by yourself. And your thoughts and what you've just done to yourself, and you're feeling like crap, and you got a hangover, and you just slept with someone that really was just for a really quick self-gratification, and then that slowly eats away at your soul. I myself, I can't be with someone and like I can't sexually be with someone unless I really care about them and I feel like there's a potential and we're going to move forward, and I would seriously that I seriously feel that for that person. However, I think the adrenaline of the chase and that newness of being with someone has taken over from the love and compassion and the molding of, building into something. Some people, I do believe, yes, they can separate their mind and, their sexual organs and their heart. They can definitely do that. I know there are people who can definitely do that. But I think we're trying to train ourselves to do that. We're trying to train ourselves that it's okay to just, oh, it's all right. It's all right to have a one-night stand. It's all right to have that self-gratification because it makes you feel good in the moment. But what is it actually doing to your soul? What is it doing to your heart? You're creating patterns that are toxic to yourself, and eventually you'll have to deal with that. You really will. And it comes at a cost. So I guess I just wanted to make you aware of some things that I have now made aware to myself that I would really like to change. So yeah, I think that's about all I can really say to that. But thank you so much to everyone who actually is on my channel and listens, because I know a lot of you are beautiful, spiritual, emotional people. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But please listen to what's going on and try and step your emotion back and observe and really listen to what's going on before you make decisions. Because at the end of the day, you will be sitting here self-evaluating and left alone and trying to heal, because I can't just go, oh well, next. It's so draining. Oh, anyone that can do that, I guess hats off to you, because that must be, I don't know, the high must be so fulfilling that you just keep going and going and going with it. But if you actually centered yourself and spent that time with yourself instead of trying to absorb someone else's energy and be one with someone else who actually is giving you all the signs that they don't want to be one with anyone apart from themselves, they're not going to be able to open their hearts to you no matter how much you give them and how much love you send them. If their heart is not open enough, then it never will be. It doesn't matter how much you give or how much you love or how much you see the potential. It will never be enough. So please remember that you're enough. I'm going to sit up now. So you're enough the way you are. You're beautiful as being yourselves and being the light. But make sure that you observe and you listen so that you don't have to hurt yourself in the process. So I send you guys so much love and so much light. Shall be interesting to see how the rest of this year turns out, because as you know, last year was really crappy. So yeah, make sure you cut your cords from people. It's like a spider web, just like pull all of the cobwebs, those little entanglements, like pull them off, get rid of them. yeah, smudge, clean air, try and, do your juicing and all that sort of stuff, your tapping as well. And just love you, because, the only person, I guess, who can really love us is ourselves. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But I'll keep trying. I love you. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.